Hello friends, I'm Om and at last here we are with one of the most requested videos. Gnome versus Hyperland from my experience. So as you can see throughout my channel, I've had so many Hyperland videos where I actually used Hyperland for months and months. Different themes, customization, different rices on different systems like Arch, Fedora, and even Debian if you ask me. And today I'm going to be answering the one question you've been thinking about. Here we are today, July 2026, with Gnome 50 and Hyperland's some latest version, which is more suitable for day driving. Is Hyperland finally capable enough to actually replace a whole desktop environment? A window manager versus the desktop environment. So yeah, let's begin. So first, let me just talk about Hyperland, okay? You see, there are so many ways to install Hyperland. You can either install it directly from a distribution, just plug and play, or you can install the whole Hyperland using one command, or you can just install Hyperland and then install another Hyperland customization Rise script over it to get the desired look. And some people actually build the whole Hyperland desktop as per their needs, component by component. It just provides so much power and capability for so many people, like for every type of person, whether they are literally a beginner or a super advanced professional expert who can build each and every component of the desktop by themselves and create their own desktop. And just because of this capability, Hyplan provides so many options, like around 1,000 plus top bar customizations available. Ultimate widgets, like I don't know if I can call them widgets. You can call them whatever they want because they can be made into whatever they want. You literally can build your own design in Hyperland. And so in terms of customizability and options and availability and the difficulty to install, Hyperland has reached a place where it's just undefeatable, pinnacle of how Linux should be. While talking about GNOME, which I'm currently using, GNOME is available literally just out of the box on most of the Linux distributions. It's like the default of Linux distros these days. Well, it's always a conversation whether KDE or GNOME is the default, but maybe it's GNOME. Ubuntu provides GNOME, Fedora's default workstation provides GNOME, Zorin is based on GNOME, and Pop! OS until now was based on GNOME. It's just their new desktop environment which replaced it, but still they used it. And then countless others. Yes, you do get options for various other desktop environments, but you know what I'm talking about, the default. Because it is easier for people who are coming from macOS or Windows, it provides the easeability. Like if you see the whole GNOME desktop, it's just so easy and simple. Like even more simpler than Windows or macOS in quite a lot of places. And if you've got the right system, right operating system, you can get most of the applications directly from the software manager. It's just like the most easiest way to use Linux. So it's pretty good for people who are switching. But what about professionals? Well, it is just so stable, fluid, and reliable for heavy workspaces. Like I use it daily as my daily driver for like years. I do video editing, gaming, and numerous other things. GNOME never fails. It's just smooth, reliable, and fluid. Out of the box, the best out of the box experience is in GNOME. Now, talking about customization, yes, you do have themes, icon paths, cursors, even widgets. You can customize the top bar through various extensions, or even there are rices for GNOME. But then, the default structure of the desktop environment remains the same. You will have multiple workspaces. The top bar will be the top bar. You can change it to a bottom bar like a taskbar, but still, the structure of the desktop remains. I don't know, it's kind of a limit, like a con, but also a pro, in my opinion, because the default structure stops it from breaking down as we see on window managers. Like Hyperland always breaks. No matter how reliable or stable I install, it always ends up breaking for me. Well, GNOME, because of its limited functionality, kind of improves its stability. But yes, in terms of customizability, GNOME is really bad. KDE is far better than this. So it all comes down to personal preference In terms of customizability, Gnome fails, but in terms of reliability, stability, and out-of-the-box experience, and for those who are new to Linux, Gnome shines. Now, let's come to the main question. Which one should you be using? Because if you are somewhat a Linux user and you like to use Linux, installing either of them is pretty easy. Now, talking about it, if you ask me, then I say go with Hyprland. Literally just go with Hyprland. Why? Because Hyprland gives you the experience of actually using something which is built upon your desire, what you needed. It gives the feel that this particular desktop is built for you. Hyprland gives you the ability to literally change anything. Yes, there are so many risks involved when including system break, which sometimes happen because of dependencies, but still, it will give you the power. You need to at least hold this power once and see if this works for you or not. It's gonna take hours and hours of your life, like literally installing a Hyprland setup from dot files. Took around 14 hours minimum for me. So yes, you can imagine. Now, if you're new to Linux, like literally, then just install Fedora or Ubuntu. It will give you GNOME, default, experience GNOME, then experience KDE, and then go to Hyprland. Not the other way. Because Hyprland has like so many components and they are like replaceable. We have Hyprland, then for the lock screen, we have Hyperlog, Swaylog, I don't know, a lot of logs. And then just the top bar, we have Swaybar, Polybar, Eve, like really so many stuff like, and installing all of them is just like not just, picking something from a list and getting the file version directly. You're gonna have to actually install the package, then setting it up, integrating it into your Hyprland setup in its Hyprland, configuration file, and then give it the visual identity of like which design you're gonna be using, and then connect it to Hyprland's, what was it? Style or, the visual stuff. You're gonna have to do all of that manually. Or you can just install a Hyprland dot files, which are like thousands and thousands are available right now, and gives you more than enough functionality to just give it a try. And believe me, it will help you improve your Linux experience. You will literally face the best and the worst of Linux altogether. So yep, I just wanted to talk about it, like, just sharing my opinion. Now, I know it wasn't structured and the video wasn't what regular videos about these things are. It was just me saying whatever comes into my mind when the topic is Hyprland versus GNOME. I just laid all my experience to you, and now it's up to you whether you prefer GNOME or Hyprland. But yep, my recommendation, at least try Hyprland once. Now, if you ask me how you can install, like as someone who hasn't yet. So you have distributions which gives Hyprland setups out of the box, like ECOS, Archcraft, CatchyOS. All of them give you the Hyprland setups out of the box, and it just works. Like, yes, you won't have to set up anything. You will just straight out experience the whole desktop. Then talking about, a little professional way, you can either install Debian, Fedora, or Arch, and then install a dot files over it. You can search for millions of dot files out there on Google. So many dot file videos, montages, and those kind of videos on YouTube as well. Just go to the description, grab the dot files link, and most of the dot files actually provide you a README and installation guide. So yeah, you'll be pretty good. But then we have the third option, which is like the most deadliest one. You install Arch, then Hyprland over it, and then start building your own desktop right there. Like, I don't know how people do it. Some of them do. And talking about GNOME, it just works out of the box and it's reliable. Like, for the past few months, I just needed, I was constantly busy with my college and its activities and a few videos of my own, where GNOME was like reliable, stable, and I didn't have to like constantly give it hours and hours of my life just to sustain it. So yes, talking about it, I'm thinking of creating a video about GNOME versus KDE next, or KDE versus Hyprland, or both of them. Well, let me know in the comments what do you think about it, and I'm gonna meet you in the next video. Till then, I'm Moon, signing out.